Good morning, everybody. This is Ashley Reeve here with the opening bell. We are in the month of June. It's good to be with you. This is really a blessing. Before we get started with this session here this morning, remember the information we discuss in this video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. So once again, a warm welcome to everybody. I hope you had a fantastic time. We are back, fully loaded. We were at the AFMES summit last week. Absolute success for TD Markets, absolute success. And we're delighted to be back and continue to do what we are doing. So as we, head into June, the market is still being driven by the same three themes we've been discussing over the recent weeks. That's the US-Iran negotiations, the interest rates expectations, and obviously the health of the US economy. Now, the biggest development came over the weekend from the US-Iran talks. Markets had been pricing in the possibility of a more formal agreement being announced after reports suggested both sides were moving closer to a framework. However, negotiations remain ongoing after President Trump reportedly requested some revisions to that proposed agreement before anyone moves forward. The takeaway here for all traders is that, progress is still being made, but there is no final date yet. And as a result, oil is obviously, in an elevated position. You can see this morning, I have it there. We've actually just broken out of this zone here, $93 a barrel. And it seems like we're continuing to go to the upside, possibly up to about 95. That is a definite possible one here. All right. Now, what's also important is the gold price. What's important on this one here, gold remains supported. Markets continue to carry a degree of geopolitical risk premium into the new week. And that's going to be a very important one, guys. Looks like we could be doing a bit of a deeper correction here with gold. Because of that elevated oil price. All right, that's an important one. Hey, Yusuf, I see you there. Good morning, brother. All right, hope you're well. To everyone else also joining here this morning for our first day into June. A warm welcome. Yeah. So check out the gold price, guys. We might be doing a correction over there. And then obviously the dollar index we can't ignore, guys. All right, the recovery seems to be above the 99 level. You can find it on our MT4. In the market narrative has shifted noticeably over the last month. Early expectations, centered around the rate cuts, whereas now traders are increasingly focused on whether inflation, economic resilience could force the Federal Reserve to maintain a tighter stance for longer. You can see here I have a bit of a short-term structure. I have a medium-term structure, and I have a longer-term structure to the downside. It is obviously encouraged that you watch this, guys. This is the hour frame. If I switch to my daily frame, that's basically what we're dealing with there. From there, there's about 49 pips available in the setup. Now, that goes without saying that price is really just at this structure now. If price breaks that structure, that low there, it's obvious that we are pushing down to lower lows, which is down here. So please have a look at that. We also need to know that this week's non-farm payrolls reports becomes the major catalyst for that discussion. That's the interest rates. And a stronger than expected jobs number would likely reinforce dollar strength and reduce expectations for policy easing, while a weaker number could have the opposite effect. So check out all the major pairs, guys. Watch out the pound. Watch out for the pound US dollar. Watch out for the USD JPY, which looks like we could be pushing up. You can see we are really at the resistance of this small high structure here. So if we do push above and create a higher high, we are actually just moving into the structure as we know, a normal bullish market structure. All right, it's nothing different from that. So just make sure that you check that out. So that this high high needs to be broken for a continued move to the upside. All right, the Japanese yen obviously remains very interesting. The price continues to trade just below that 160 there. It is a psychological level. This is definitely a psychological level. We do know that it did attract a lot of intervention from Japanese authorities, and the officials over there recently confirmed the scale of earlier efforts. They reminding traders that the government or authorities remain willing to act if the currency weakens. If it becomes too excessive, they will intervene again. And obviously, maybe the last two here, NZD, USD. We are seeing that the dollar continues to outperform. We at the most recent highs on the 1 hour frame and even the daily frame. We moved a little bit away from it, making that a bit of a correction. We don't know how deep this correction will go yet, because we need the dollar to confirm its strength. Obviously, with the London and the US Open today, we'll see if the dollar continues to strengthen to the downside. If it does, deeper correction here. All right. And then obviously the Australian dollar is also holding near recent highs, although attention now shifts towards this week's GDP and trade data releases, which could significantly influence a whole lot more in terms of the Reserve Bank policy. King, I see you there. Warm welcome to you as well. So let's watch this, Australian or AUD USD. In commodities, the oil remains highly sensitive to every headline coming from the Middle East. And for now, the markets appears to be balancing a lot of optimism or positivity around those continued negotiations. And obviously, one cannot omit, it's also against the reality that no permanent agreement has yet been reached. All right, so please make sure that you check it out. Then obviously we'll be giving some more updates on the other types of markets. The stock market, we'll be looking at some of the crypto later on in the week, the indice market, and a little bit more on the commodities. I haven't really dived that much into the commodities this morning. Just a bit of pushing on the oil and the gold price. I haven't got into silver yet. I haven't gotten to a palladium or to platinum. We've literally just done some of the currencies here this morning because of that elevated oil price. But let's see how it goes here. All right. That's it from me this morning, guys. For all the traders here, the key events to monitor this week: watch the US-Iranian negotiations, watch the Bank of Japan commentary, the Australian economic data, and of course, Friday's non-farm payrolls report. Don't forget it. Those events are likely to set the tone for market direction as we move further into June. I'm saying it like we are already further. It's literally the first day of the 6th month. All right, have a good one. Have a great trading week and trade well. And we'll see you guys in the rest of the week with the opening bells and the live trading rooms Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. And then obviously Friday, guys, we'll be checking in with the NFP. All right. Have a lack one. I'm Ashley Reeve. I'm signing out. And remember, if you've not opened that account with us, please visit www.tdmarkets.com. You can also email us at care@tdmarkets.com. Have a good Monday. See you guys soon. Ciao, ciao now.